Hey guys, welcome back to another I Am Stock YouTube channel video, and today we're going to be doing some back testing on MNQ. Pretty much the workflow is going to be charting. Once I execute, I'm then going to enter all the parameters and data that I want to track into my Visual Studio Code trade backtest logger that I created locally. It's pretty much just a simple program that tracks entry price, exit price, the different quarters that I'm in with respect to Daye's quarterly theory, so I can optimize my trading model based on that. It also looks into where we were with respect to different true opens, if we were at an OTE, or if we were further above opening price. So it just tracks a bunch of different metrics, and there's also some more model-specific parameters that I like to track and that I'm experimenting with. And so I will take a little bit of time to be entering that into the backtest trade logger on my other screen here. I will not be recording that, but if you guys would like to see how that kind of works, feel free to request in the comments. Pretty much that's just for gathering backtesting data. Unfortunately, as a lot of you guys may know, TradingView, while they do have a backtesting strategy tester, it requires you to code your entire trading strategy in PineScript. And while I'm currently developing my mechanical trading strategy via the Quant Connect API, I just don't really want to get into the PineScript, and also they just don't have the data tracking that I would like, and you can't set limit orders. I do like using replay mode, but unfortunately the data tracking and optimization, it just, for what I want to track specific to my mechanical model, it just can't be done through TradingView. I wish I could do it all within TradingView, but it's also not that hard to just develop something locally that I can store and track parameters specific to my mechanical model, and also be able to pass that to different Python programs to then analyze the data. So I do hope to see that TradingView expands their horizons a bit on the backtesting area of their platform. Right now, I'm just going to have my own locally created backtesting logger. So that's pretty much going to be the workflow of this backtesting session. I'm going to be charting. I'll have that speed run with some house music, and then once I actually take a trade and then do a little bit of reflection, I'll then interject with some of my own commentary. Just provide you guys a little bit of insight on what went well, what didn't go well, and then after my commentary, I'll be inputting all of that information into the backtesting logger in Visual Studio, and then after that, I'll just get back into the next trade and we'll speed run through. So you guys can just, sit back, relax, and enjoy the speed run, the house music, and the commentary. Thank you guys for watching again, and let's get right into it. All right, so guys, just like I said, I have not looked at this price action before. I swear to God, this is a crazy start. What we did is I saw this manipulation leg up here. It seemed like we were manipulating up. We had a little bit of an immediate rebalance here, and we also had a bit of an inversion. It looks like that we were just retracing up into here, then propel back down again. And so I'm going to input all this into the backtest trade tracker right now. This is a crazy start, plus 4R. We were expecting some sort of rejection to the downside. There's an immediate rebalance right here, and then also the top of the inversion. And we're also taking an M15 high right here. So I was expecting a rejection. You can see right at that M15 high point that we just rejected and fell off a quick 5R. So we had 3 attempts we rejected. And normally I like to see the first rejection off of the AOM, but you just have to be careful that it isn't rejecting to then propel much higher. You have to have some sort of other higher time frame POI to expect rejection, because again, this move down was just building orders to then, once we hit this high, and then run it in the opposite direction. So I wanted to catch this move down, and overall, pretty good trade. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to continue on. I'm just going to throw all the results here in the backtest logger, and I think this is a great way to start. We're going to keep on going through price action. I'm going to touch the chart up a little bit, take a screenshot, throw it into my folders, and then we're going to keep going.
Pitch doing rainbow flicks, but I said I'm in a trap with this Rambo. I didn't choose this life chose me, but my chase it, but my fans so. This life is peak and I know it's the streets, so let me tell you how my gang roll. I'm in Southampton with this 15-inch new jewels that we see man sangles. If I could, I would share my age, but most of you think that this kid is bluffing. Well, let me show you something, I've done more things than most man in this thing is nothing. But don't start judging, I'm just in the near, but the shit real life I'm stuck in. My friends in jail, my ops in hell, the verbal abuse keeps coming. I could have been on a pitch doing rainbow flicks, but I said I'm in a a trap with this ramble. I didn't choose this life chose me. My march chasing but my fans go. This life is peak and I know it's the streets, so let me tell you how my gang roll. I'm in Southampton with this 15-inch and you choose every see man sangle. I could have been on a pitch doing rainbow flicks, but I said I'm in a trap with this ramble. I didn't choose this life chose me. My march chasing but my fans go. This life is peak and I know it's the streets, so let me tell you how my gang roll. I'm in Southampton with this 15-inch and you choose every see man sangle. Pitch doing rainbow flicks.
Alright, so as you guys can see here, we did end up getting stopped out after our second re-entry. I think that we captured an initial rejection that is serving as a bullish order block if we do get above this area. But I mean, in my opinion, with the M15 SMT, and then also the fact that we've already rejected off of this and the manipulation M15 quarter is just completed, now we're in distribution, I think we're still going to head down. We're also above London Open and a few of these other true day opens for OTE shorts, and so I think we're still going to end up on our way down, but we may have been a little bit greedy here, trying to capture another short reversal from a similar AOM as before. As you guys can see, we got in a little bit higher here, and I think this might be retracing a little bit more before we see the drop. We can also see that we have two nicely engineered lows here. I don't view this as a purge, but I think this is just engineering this liquidity right here just to take on the way down with my given bias. I think that we're still heading down. So a little unfortunate. Overall, I think it's a good trade. We're going to see, once I play it here, what actually ends up panning out if we just, end up coming and taking these highs further into the bearish order block here. And we'll see what happens here. I'm just going to log this in the backtesting trade logger. So that is a -2R because of those two re-entries. And so we were able to get 4R on this trade right here, another -2R. So we're still up 2R on this backtest. And so I'm just going to log these into the backtest logger, and we're going to see what happens and pans out with this price action here.
So far, lost everything, felt like I had no one. Sat stressed out on Martin so far, done my first show, had to spot the remote. Head straight back to Martin so far, play with the fame and the charting's over. I ain't got up on Martin so far. I'm living in a brick down motor, I won't wait, check to Martin so far. Lost everything, felt like I had no one. Sat stressed out on Martin so far, done my first show, had to spot the remote. Head straight back to Martin so far, play with the fame and the charting's over. I ain't got up on Martin so far.
All right, guys, so another whale here of a trade. I mean, this thing is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is like a crazy backtest session already, and it's only been 3 trades. This is why I do like trading pre-New York Open. I mean, you tend to get a decent amount of volatility, but it's not just like time distortion or just accumulating the whole time. I feel like there are really good moves, at least for my model, and I encourage others to try it out as well. Again, that's not financial advice. Just by doing a lot of backtesting, and evident in this backtesting session, we can see that I've already done 3 trades, and I think we're now up 7R just from this trade because there was no re-entry. It was only a single entry and 5R. Again, this model is just really delivering. I'm going to enter all these things into the Visual Studio Code. We're going to get that inputted, and we'll see if we can squeeze out one more trade before 8:30, but I think I'll probably close out this backtesting session here shortly. But this has been a crazy session so far. I swear I haven't looked at any of this price action, but these are just beautiful setups. We're just playing on the range that I previously established as a potential reversal point, and we're getting some nice retracements in this zone. If we start with M15, yes, we did have that manipulation leg finishing, also with the M15 SMT. We're above multiple true opens, and now we are entering the distribution phase of this M15 quarterly cycle. And so I just captured another rejection. If we look at the M5, nothing too special here. We had some higher high SMT and also higher swing low SMT while we're still inside this range and expecting a rejection down. I think that a bit later, maybe after the 9:30 open, we'll see that this will just come crashing down into this new week opening gap. But I'm not exactly sure. Again, it could just surge up, but that's just my take on the price action right now. Frankly, I don't really care what it does on all these longer term price legs and distributions. I'm just in it quickly executing on the 5-second. And so if we look at the 5-second here, we got our M1 break of structure. We had multiple AOM taps, and then we got our Darsk, what I call my model's name, Darsk OTE. And we also got what I like to see is double SMT at the entry high. We did retrace a little bit after this entry. I mean, we can see here that it was only 1.5 handles, but I mean, I'll take it. And so that was just giving it the SMT to then propel it back down to some of these engineered lows that it's putting in while we're dancing around this AOM. Again, this is a beautiful trade. To me, this is like a work of art, staring at some sort of Vincent van Gogh painting or, whatever it may be. I mean, this is just art to me. I don't consider myself to be a very artistically capable person. So the fact that I can employ this mechanical strategy and achieve this level of precision in the markets, I think this is my own form of artistic ability. So I'm going to enter this into the backtest trade logger, and I think we're probably going to close it out after this trade. We're going to see if there's any other options. Okay guys, so I think that's going to wrap up this backtesting trading video. We got 3 solid trades in, all of which had good entry criteria. We had the bias established and our direction pre-established. No regrets on any of those trades. If we just go back and pan through price action, we can take a quick look at what we actually did. I always love kind of panning back, but just looking at this screen, more macroscopic, we had 3 trades. The first of which we had re-entry. We had our kind of dancing around 3 AOMs. We had some nice SMT in here right at the highs on our entries. We had purged a M15 swing high, and we were also already expecting, due to some of our M15 bias and quarterly theory, that we were expecting a rejection, and we ended up securing 4R on that trade, and then we came back over here. We were expecting another retracement into some of these area of mitigation here, our AOM. It looks like we wanted to get into some of these imbalances or head a little bit further up. May have been a little bit early in this trade right here. You can see we started consolidating around inside of this AOM. You don't really like to see that. I normally just like to see it come up wick. We get our OTE Darsk entry is what I call it, and then it just drops in your direction, either bullish or bearish. That's kind of the way that I wanted to design my model to achieve that level of precision, to have quick entries on exits, to maintain our mental capital, and it's also pretty aesthetic. And then post our manipulation up, and then this final leg inside of the accumulation, manipulation, and then now we're getting into our distribution phase within. This is the fractal nature of these M15 quarters, where we have our accumulation beginning, our manipulation upwards, which we were currently in when I took this trade, I believe, and then we're also OTE above the New York Open, and we get our nice SMT, our 3 AOM kind of dances, get our SMT at the highs, and then we get a nice single entry all the way down to fill in this range here, right back to the M15 swing high. So you can see that also is a little bit interesting. That's something I'm going to have to explore. I think Daye talks about that a bit, selling above highs and longing below swing lows. And so I think that price is just innately sensitive to a lot of these swing highs or swing lows on the M15 and higher timeframes. Price does seem to use those, similar to our consequent encroachment or our other retracement levels for any given PD array. So you can see that we had our 3 trades. I think we ended up with 7R. We got 4R out of this trade, minus 2R in this trade, and then we got a plus 5R here. This is a nice kind of layout of what a backtest looks like for me. If you guys like this video, show it in the comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know if you would like more of these sessions, maybe longer over multiple days, maybe more commentary, maybe less talking. Just let me know what you guys would be interested in. But overall, I think this is a great session. We got 3 nice trades in pre-0830 equities open. I hope everybody's getting their backtesting in and having a good weekend here, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
No rap game when the head is so mad.